Welcome back, boys. So every time I come home with my, do you want to be in it, by the way?
Yeah,
I'm with my homie Melvin, as you all know, my brother from another mother. And we always have epic conversations at night. Like always like late night, we're just talking about everything. And right now we were talking about health and like how health is the number one priority. And I really don't want to, I want to make it feel authentic because I already feel us both tensing up and I'm getting into my narrator voice. Like, I really want to just capture the epicness and how our conversation would normally go. So I'm going to really just like pretend you guys aren't here for a little bit and put the fucking live stream right here. Just plant it here and forget it even exists. And a good way to do that is where you can't even fucking see it. So I just want to forget it exists and then I'll check it out like every few minutes or so to answer questions in between. So ask any questions you have, just ask it. So yeah,
no, I'm gonna ask something.
go ahead, man.
It's normal for me that you have like normal colds and you have heartburn and things like that, and like you're roughing yourself through the day because you are kind of sick, but you're
Yeah.
not that sick that you can sacrifice a day of work, kind of way.
Mhm.
And I've had a lot of those days working with landscaping, and I'm curious to see what you think. What do you think would be tougher, like to go out while we have those days? Kind of, maybe it's not as extreme as it was for you now because volleyball is just something different.
Yeah.
But do you think it would be tougher for you to do like a 10-hour work day, like
Physical challenge
physically, yeah, or going
compared to
out and
my
approaching?
job. I mean, my job is no. I've worked some shit jobs, man. And I'm fucking grateful for those shit jobs. That's why I don't ever want to work them again. I've worked some jobs. Let me think. The hardest job I ever worked was my bartending job. Not only are you carrying things all day and you're on your feet all fucking day, but you're doing it from like 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. typically, and like I wasn't getting paid enough for that job. And you're dealing with it's the mental stress. You're dealing with so much bullshit. You're like in front of people all day, and I worked a few nights with like a fever and I was out bartending. I remember one in particular, New Year's Eve. I was sick as a dog, but they needed me. I was working the whole night with a fever, and everything's just blurry, and I can barely think. And then like, I've worked many jobs where I find that the 12-hour, yeah, there were some gruesome. Man, I just want this shit to end.
Mm.
Fuck, it's like, yeah, it's just really gruesome. Compared to now, I was sick this morning, and as the day went on, I felt like I was gaining more and more energy. I
Mm.
think this is one of the best jobs. I have one of the best jobs in the world. I have a boot camp student. He's paying me to coach him. I love what I do. It puts me in state. Hopefully, God willing, it puts him in state as well. We're both having a good time, and it's amazing.
Mm.
But so the question is it harder? I think the job I have now is a lot easier than a 10-hour brutal work day out in the
You
sun.
think so?
I think so. But it's easier, but it's also harder in a way where if you're not able to deal with the mental stress of, because I put myself in retarded social situations day in and day out. We're approaching in the cafes and the restaurants. It's a different kind of stress. You know what? I like to complain about it and I like to think, damn, man, this is so annoying. But I forgot that I gave myself this job and it is a fucking job. So, for example, I didn't feel like talking to anybody today. And not only do I have to go out, I have to show how it's done. I have to get success and get him success. So I'm at the cafe and it was an epic moment. We just met, me and the boot camp student, we're finally talking. I'm like, all right, we're gonna approach right away because I know we just got here, but like you don't want to wait. You never want to wait. You get it done. There's a girl right there. And he's like,
Yeah.
fuck, right now, like right away. And he hesitating. I'm like, dude, it's perfect. Go for it. Hesitating. And then finally, the girl gets up. She's about to leave. Now she's leaving. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna do it then.
Mm.
And after I said it, oh fuck, I said I'm gonna do it. So now I have to do it. I force my 2 feet up. I get up. The whole cafe can see it. Before she leaves, I stop her and just ask her a question. I was curious about something. I'm curious about something. you have a dog here with you in the cafe. That means you must live here for a while. What do you think is the number one way to get rid of Bali Belly? I woke up with Bali Belly this morning because I did wake up with Bali
a
Belly.
really
It's
good
congruent,
opener.
right? It worked.
That's
And
a
we had a
really
nice
good opener.
10-minute chat about living in Bali. Bali Belly, she had been there for 7 years.
Oof.
And it was amazing. And it set the precedent of, okay, this guy is willing to throw his hat over the fence, do some ballsy shit, and get some kind of form of success. And of course, he's like, damn, you're the fucking man. Good job. And then from there, it's easier for me to be like, go for it, because he knows I'm going to fucking do it as well. Even I didn't feel like doing it. I had to physically say, oh, fuck,
Yeah.
gotta go say hi to this girl. And it was pretty much me forcing myself to do that up until the beach day game where I got into some crazy momentum. And then there are moments where it just is the best job in the world. I'm going on 2 dates tomorrow from that beach day game. 2 girls who, and by the way, this is another topic I want to talk about. 2 girls who I'm actually screening. I don't want to have casual sex anymore. Like, if I'm gonna get intimate with a girl and I'm dating her, I'm just looking for an LTR. I'm not looking for hookups, random sex. I'll friend zone a girl like I did yesterday. I'll friend zone a girl. You know what I was doing tonight at the club or the bar when we were talking to sets? The ones I wasn't interested in at all. Like I would just be like, and these are hot girls too, just the ones I'm not interested in. I just was telling everyone I had a girlfriend. It just makes it so easy. They instantly feel comfortable with you. It's actually kind of a cheat code. It's really cool. Like, it's a cool way to make a girl feel very comfortable with you right away. Oh, yeah, I have a girlfriend. They could ask where she's from. Oh, she's Russian. She's at home. She's cool with me being out. Yeah, it was fun to say that.
Yeah. Takes a lot of pressure off, and then you can wing instead.
Yeah. But what do you think? Do you think I have a hard job? I mean, it's socially hard. Like, there are days where I don't feel confident, and I'm supposed to feel confident. There are days where I need to record a video, and I don't want anyone to look at me. I just want to be left alone. There are days where I don't feel like approaching, but I have to because I want to keep up the momentum. There are days where I think everyone's a fucking tool, and I'm just so sick of people in general. Sometimes I'm just like, why is everyone so fucking weird? All these guys are just competitive, and like all these girls think are entitled, and I have a lot of negative thoughts, and I have to get those out of my brain and approach anyways. And all the time I discover that it's all in your head a lot, and there are amazing women out there and really cool guys. And then there's shitty ones as well. You just got to find the cool ones. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, everything's way easier when you're just in the right state, and the key is to find a way to get yourself in the right state. But
Yeah.
funny enough, the easiest way to kind of get in state is to just talk to
Approaching.
people and approach.
get a win.
So it's kind of those things where you don't want to jump in the cold plunge, but you know it's gonna be good for you once you just push through
Yeah.
it kind of way.
And once you're in it, it's easier.
Yeah.
Once you've done it before, it's easier. By the way, do you know what the fuck is that noise? I hear that shit all the time.
I think it's
A lizard?
no, I think it's a frog.
Bro, so one time there was one in my room. It was like in my room making that noise. Like, I was like, what the fuck? It was in the morning. I was like, who the fuck? What is that? I was like, there's a fucking frog in my room or
That
something.
is a funny sound.
It is a retarded sound. Yeah.
I have to stop myself from laughing because my throat is so painful.
Yeah.
I don't want to laugh.
Yeah, man.
Stop making me laugh.
I can't help it, man. I can't help it. Yeah, man. Well, sucks that you're sick.
It's just
Health is. I want to touch on health. You know, health is the priority, right?
I mean, it's pretty simple. We neglect it all the time and don't think about it because.
By the way, why'd you ask me that question? If which job is harder?
No, more like what would be hardest for you. I was just curious to see what would be more challenging for you to go out and work like a 10, 12-hour physical work day.
The
and
only
feeling
good
worn
downside.
down.
It's different. It's a different hard because the only good thing about physical work is you can kind of turn your brain off and you don't have to worry about like social pressure.
Yeah.
My job requires massive amounts of social pressure, which a lot of people wouldn't like, but I kind of like it. I think it's a cool thing. Like I like that I have developed an ability to not care what people think. I've had to learn how to do that.
That is pretty.
It's
cool.
fucking awesome. I love being able to like, and of course I'm human. I still care what people think from time to time. But I like when I'm in the zone, I can just walk around, and I'm not. There's something called socially pinging, where I'm not pinging as much socially. You see it a lot in like people who have game, people like club promoters. I see it in people who are like naturals. Honestly, and it doesn't always mean it's a good thing. Like some people, they don't ping enough, but I see it with people who hold frame very well. Like I just ran into an old club promoter friend, where when you're talking to him, you can just tell like they don't give a fuck what you think. They're really not in anyone else's world but their own, and they're good at holding frame, and they're good at getting people to chase them. There's a strength to not socially pinging and always worrying about what people think and caring about other people's validation and kind of giving it to yourself. But there is a downside to it because then you can kind of become like a bit of a narcissist and a bit unrelatable and a bit like kind of like there's something off there because we all are supposed to ping to a certain degree.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It is very interesting, but I feel like it's a very key thing in order to get people to respect you.
Yeah, to not care.
To be in your own world and kind of like just do your own thing
Yeah.
and hold frame like that.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, I think it's very essential.
That's absolutely essential, especially like in things like sales, and in convincing like a really good way to hold like I have to hold frame in approaching a lot and coaching, like when when I'm trying to give feedback or something like I have to be genuinely convicted of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I cut off tonight early. I feel like the best approaches are during the day, man. Like, I met this one girl today. She was Russian girl. Funny enough, again, I'm always attracted to Russian. From Siberia. Again, it's like my ex was from Siberia, the last girl I dated. And dude, wow, man, what a fucking dime piece. Such an encouragement. I'm honestly thinking about it. Fucking, what's out there? What's in the water there?
Yeah.
She was so down to earth, and this was an approach where, the boot camp. She's walking behind my boot camp student. She's walking up. I'm like, all right, bro, there's a fucking dime piece right behind you, like really, really cute. Get ready. He hesitated. Well, she walked by. I'm like, okay, just run after it. She's like, no, man, it's too far. I'm like, oh, good, I'll do it. Do it. Ends up being so receptive, and man, like I even I lost her Instagram. I like got rid of it without following her, and I ran like I found her again. Had to run like half a mile to catch up to her, and got it again. And she was again so receptive. Like, bro, she wanted to go on it. She down. She's probably we've been texting already, and yeah, it just shows the power of just sending it. That changed my entire mood. It's just like that one win will change everything. But I'm also like very much screening because she even asked me, so what do you want? Like when she, like, because I approached her and we're talking, so she's like, what do you want? She was curious. Kind of crazy question to ask someone like on the first conversation. But she asked it out of curiosity. It wasn't like an insecure question. It was more like, so what do you want? Like, what are you trying to do here? I'm like, honestly, I'm looking for something serious. And I'm looking for friends, like no more in between. Like I'm trying to make as many friends as I can, but I feel like the hooking up is not bad. I don't judge it at all. I think that everyone can go through that phase, but I feel like it just doesn't even interest me now. Like the last little fling I had, it just brought me nothing outside of that one little pleasurable dopamine spike. I lost.
Like eating a candy bar.
I feel like I lost so much from it. It's like eating a candy bar in a way. Yeah, it's like eating a candy bar.
And it's hard for many people to understand because most people don't get the access that you do to
Yeah.
girls.
Facts.
So they tell themselves that they will be good once they just have that. But I don't know. With me, I kind of have to burn my hand on the stove in order to understand things, no matter
Yeah.
what anybody tell me. I
Yeah.
kind of have to experience for myself that this is not it. But I felt like that also already, and just come to the conclusion that casual sex with girls you're not attracted to or super attracted to is like
Yeah.
kind of meaningless.
You know what? I never even for a fraction of a second thought there was anything wrong with casual sex at all.
Not that there's anything wrong
Like
with it,
when
but
I
it's
would
like-
hear people talk about sex before marriage is bad, I just laugh at it. And I still don't really, I'm not like, listen, I'm not even going to dive into any of that. But like you said, you burn your hand on the stove. Like when you just go through it, and maybe it's the place it's coming from. Because maybe it's the place it's coming from. I actually believe there's a reality where maybe in the future, if I don't get into a long-term relationship where I have casual sex again, and it's fucking awesome. Because I've had amazing experiences. that were hookups or just a few nights or like maybe a week adventure. Like in Hawaii, man, I met this one girl. She was a virgin, by the way. She was like 19. I was like 22. Hot as fuck. A lot of my friends who met her didn't believe me. She's like, no way she was a virgin. She was fucking hot. But honestly, I think she like, trust me. Anyways, we go on like a date, then we go on a hike, then we go like see the stars, and there's like lightning in the background, and then we go. I pull her back to my campfire with my surf camp, and then I pull her into my tent, and she's like, "Oh my god, I knew you were in a tent." And I had an air mattress, and then it was like one of the fucking most wild, fun nights of my life. And then we hang out for a week or a few days, and she wakes up in the tent, early in the morning. We go out to get coffee, and everyone's like, "Who? What the fuck? This guy just pulled this baddie in the middle of nowhere, Hawaii," and like everyone was giving me props, like, "You're the fucking man!" Like, dude, I felt like a G, and I was still young then too, so I was kind of like, you know what's funny? In my head, since I knew about cold approach and I knew pickup and I had studied and learned it, in my head, I didn't think what I did was like crazy. I was kind of like, this is kind of normal, right? But in everyone else's head, they're like, wow, you're like in the middle of buttfuck Hawaii. There's no bitches, like almost none, but there's a few. I met her at an ice cream shop. And it's like, you could turn that, a girl you meet into an ice cream shop, into this wild epic adventure. I don't even remember her name. I don't even have her Instagram. There could be a little Danny running around. I wouldn't even. What I'm trying to make is, man, I have like countless stories similar to that. Yeah. Like insane, fun, adventurous, wild. And they were mostly in my first half of this journey. Yeah. But recently, since it's become a job, since I've been actively approaching with the intent to pool and get laid, and now it's almost like my ego is invested, and it hasn't become as fun to get laid. It really hasn't. And I actually feel sort of empty a lot of the times because it's the same. It's like pressing a button, like dopamine, dopamine, dopamine. And trust me, bro, that button sometimes is really nice. I've had some really good buttons last month. Like there was this one girl, fuck me, man, hot, bro. I showed you photos. You've seen photos. I mean, the wildest girls I never thought I'd pull on boot camp. And even after that, like, I still think it was kind of worth it because, goddamn, they were hot. But, like, even after that, I remember, they'll leave and they'll go home. And I know I'm going to Bali soon. And they're hot as fuck. They got plenty of options. And I never vetted them for LTR. It's just a hookup. There's an empty feeling. There's sort of this roller coaster of emotions that I'm kind of like, I kind of just want a fucking girl to hang out with. This is lame. And the last time I was in a LTR or something a little more serious, there's a fulfillment that comes with that you know what? I need a girl who's cool with me running boot camps. Yeah. I mean, she's going to have to be. And I can easily I can stay loyal on boot camp. It's easy. Because I never want to lose my social swag, too. I really always want to be able to hammer it out and just fucking approach. I love it, But I need to find an open-minded chick. Someone who's cool. I mean, they're actually not that hard to find, to be honest.
It's more about what precedences you set in a relationship. But you need to set them early.
Yeah.
And you need the girl to respect you. I talked to a close friend of mine just recently, and in Sweden it's very kind of equality, how would I describe it?
Feminist, liberal.
Yeah, it's very it should be the same for both kind of way. Probably feminist liberal is the way for it. So it's been contaminated. So the guys are very feminine, I think, a lot of the time, or crying or sensitive, showing a lot of emotion to the girl. And I mean, boys have emotions too. I get that, and we go through tough shit too. But I've just found that once you show too much vulnerability to a girl, she just lose respect for you. They tell you yeah, you can be vulnerable with me and whatever, and cry and blah blah. But it's just not true. Once you cry in front of a girl or get emotionally unstable, they just fucking lose respect of you. And you need to put boundaries early on in the relationship if you want her to respect you. Because I talked with him and he's so frustrated because his girl is not really respecting him. And I'm it's very hard, but you kind of have to be in a place where you're willing to lose the girl in order to retain her, and that's just my
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. What's your thoughts on that?
On like showing emotion in front of a girl.
I mean, it's not that you can't show emotions, but you can't be emotionally unstable and like cry and shit. I mean, if your father dies and you're going,
I mean,
It is-
my first thought is,
like,
when do I even show emotion in front of my guys? You know, like, I think there's a certain time and place to vent,
yeah,
but most people use it too soon and too often. Like, I find personally, venting and complaining almost never even helps. Like, for example, this morning I had boot camp to run.
yeah,
First day of boot camp, I was sick, Bali belly. I wanted to complain. When I walked out of that door, I wanted to be like, fuck, man, I got Bali belly. I got to, fuck, dude, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I didn't. I walked out of my door and I knew intuitively I got to man the fuck up and run this shit because he already paid and I ain't in a position to be getting out refunds type shit.
Yeah.
So I just said, all right, man, I'm off the boot camp. I'm going to crush it. Just all the negative thoughts. I have so many negative thoughts looping in my brain. Guess what? I broke out of my head. I actually feel super energized. My gut got a little better, and I'm feeling just fine now. There's a time and place to vent. I think I cried in front of a girl. The last time I cried was actually in front of a girl, but it wasn't intentional. It wasn't like, poor me, I want to cry and I need sympathy now. It was like, it was actually it was in, and dude, this is like super in topic what we're talking about. It's all about health. Man, I ran my health to the ground in after my first round of boot camp. You saw me in Sweden when I visited you in Sweden.
destroyed.
I was at my last fucking leg there, that last boot camp. And this was all just to keep the business alive. You know, I made some bad investments. And when I visited you in Sweden, I mean, I didn't even make shit off that boot camp, really, because it was so expensive. But I was on my last leg. And then we went to Budapest, and I remember how stressed I was when we got to Budapest. Like, I had no emotional control at that point because my stress cortisol was too high, and I just couldn't. It was like, imagine. And then the day right after, we do a 100 approach challenge. We go out, I pull twice, and it's crazy. And then I fly out to Turkey, and just the stress of like the whole fucking year, I just was struggling to survive financially the whole fucking year. So I finally meet with this girl. I'm in Turkey, and then I can't even get the Hungary visa. So I have to push all the July boot camps back to like August, and I have to fly back to Bali. And like, I remember I was just laying in bed there, and I had no idea how the fuck I'm gonna make it. I know I only have a few more months. And she's like, I just was in such a bad mood. She's like, what's wrong? Is it me? And I'm like, it's not you. And I just like, emotionally, I was like almost numb. She's like, is it me? Like, do you want me to leave? I'm like, no, it's not you. Like, what's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. And I was typing her because I had to translate a bit of it. I was just like, I just feel insecure. That's what I said. Like, I just feel insecure. I just feel so fucking insecure. She's like, insecure about what? And I couldn't explain it, but I just started bawling. Because I was like, fuck. Like, it all collapsed on me. Like, the weight of the situation of like, fuck, man, how the fuck am I going to survive, man? This is actually where I made the flip and said, fuck this. I got to charge high ticket. I got to charge more. And I think that was a big barrier to push through, to say I'm tired of having limiting beliefs around charging my fucking worth. I just ran 90 days of boot camp, you know, and I got crazy transformations. And yeah, man, I just started bawling, and it wasn't uncontrollable. It wasn't like super crazy. It was kind of uncontrollable. It just came out, and it wasn't like sobbing either. Like, the tears just came out, and I thought that made me so close to her. Like,
But I
she.
think that's different the way you describe that to what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. It's very different.
Yeah, it is very different. I wasn't looking for sympathy.
You're fucking run into the ground and your body's just giving
Destroyed.
up. What I'm talking about is like when you can't control your emotions because you don't get your way with a girl when a girl doesn't respect you because of it.
Yeah, that's gay. That's
Yeah.
that's fucking gay. And I've been that guy before too. My first relationship, where you just like want sympathy, and you're just crying about something or like complaining, like, poor me, woe is me, and she's just kind of like, fucking pussy. Like, who am I
Yeah,
fucking
it's like-
dating right now?
And these things can sound a bit harsh, but I just come to the realization, at least for me, that this is the truth. That like a girl needs to feel like she is safe with you and that you can be the like
Yeah.
steady polar or whatever in her
Yeah.
life, so she can come to you. And if
Facts.
you're gonna be crying and gonna be like emotionally unstable, like how is she supposed to trust herself to be that with you? Because that's the girl's job, to be emotional.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's better to share those things with your boys instead if you have a tough time.
Yeah, man. It's funny. I have to ask myself, how many people, like, you're one of the few people I can call, Vince, when I'm having a hard time. My brother sometimes, but my brother goes through a lot himself. I don't like to burden him. Everyone goes through a lot, to be fair.
Yeah.
A Froz. These are all people who've actually been for me at my lowest moments. And that might be it.
Yeah,
I have
but
4. I can count on my hand 4 people I can go to at my when I know I need it when I'm at my lowest. Who I've actually went to. I went to Vince, my brother. I feel like I sort of went to you. I wasn't really at my lowest, but like I know I could.
yeah,
And
yeah,
yeah, so I feel like there's very little small, not that many people you can even go to about these hard problems, right? Yeah,
definitely. The circle is tight.
yeah.
I can't, like the same for me. I can't even think about more than maybe 2 people or something that I
Yep.
would probably go for.
Yeah.
So
I want to check on this live because now I've been zoned in.
you ran.
Hopefully, like it's actually running. Okay, we got
I'm gonna take some water.
0 people and no comments. That's wild, bro. That almost never happens.
Maybe we had people, but because we were not engaged.
Maybe 26 minutes. Yeah, maybe. I've never done one like this where it's like what you call it? Fucking
Just talk and
yeah, talking and ignore the camera. So I guess the real connection, the real reason for the live is the connection you have
yeah.
when you're talking to the people.
I think that was the goal, but we just kind of get lost in it.
Got lost in the sauce. Well, this was a good live anyways, and for everyone watching the recording after, hope you enjoyed some quick stories. See you guys in the next one. Peace and love.